Hey guys, what's going on? Today we are going to be taking a look at the Fenix LD15 LED flashlight. Now this is an older model, more older than something like the Fenix E11, which I've talked a lot about in some of my videos, but they have some pretty similar features in that this is a 1 AA battery flashlight, and it's kind of a light that just about anyone can use and enjoy. The main difference that you see between the LD15 and the E11 is pretty much the price point. Now they both have an XPE LED, which puts out a similar amount of output. The E11 puts out 105 lumens and the LD15 is going to put out 117 lumens, and they each come with 2 modes, so they're very similar, but the LD15 is going to hit the bank a little bit harder. You're going to pay about $40 for this, and you're going to pay about $27 depending on where you buy it for the E11. But I kind of wanted to do its own review of the LD15 and also compare the two. Now as you can see, this is a new E11 in the packaging here, but you can tell that the LD15 is slightly smaller. The LD15 does not have a push button on the tail cap. It is a twist to operate. You twist the head to turn it on. And it has a similar operation in that your first twist is your high mode, then you twist it off, twist it again, and you got your low mode. But the difference between something like the E11 and the LD15 is that the LD15 will tail stand, as you can see there. And it's much smaller and lighter in weight. We'll go ahead and do the weight real quick just so I can show you the exact weight, because I'm actually not sure on it. Okay, let me zero out the scale. We're looking at about 1.2 ounces, and that's with an alkaline. You can't even see the it is on there though. That's with an alkaline AA battery, 1.2 ounces. I'm not sure the exact weight on the E11, but I'm pretty sure the LD15 is lighter. Now, what I really like about the LD15 is, as I said, is just the smaller form factor. It is really compact and slim. It's a great light for EDC, but that's not the only thing I like about it. Another thing is I like the fact that it has just a regular parabolic reflector, because the E11, the reflector on that one, the optics are different. It has this kind of Tyros optic, which I'm not going to open this one from the package because I'm giving this one away new, but in my giveaway. But if you look at the LD15, the way the beam is, it has a bright center hot spot, and then it has a really defined spill beam. If I was to show you the E11 right here, it has a really bright hot spot, but it doesn't have quite as much spill. So when you're using your E11, it has great throw, and it'll still illuminate the area around you, but not quite as well as the LD15. So that's one feature that I really like about it, and that's one of the big differences between this light and the E11 is just the beam pattern, the beam design. I think the LD15 has a much more usable beam pattern, but don't discount the E11. It's still great in its own regard. Now, one downside to the LD15 I found, at least on this one, is that if you look down in the reflector, that LED in there is actually not centered. It's actually pretty far off. It might be hard to tell in this angle, but the LED isn't directly in the center, so that was kind of just I guess a design flaw from the factory. Now when you look at the light, when you're looking at the beam outside or inside or wherever, you're not going to notice that. It's not going to change the beam pattern. It's just a cosmetic issue. Sorry, I had to cut out the camera there. But on this LD15, I think it just has some great features. It's a really simple design, and it's definitely a great light for something like an emergency kit, because without that tail cap push button, it's not going to accidentally activate inside of the bag, because you really got to put some force to turn it on. So take standard AA's. It'd be great to put in some kind of kit, emergency kit or your hiking kit. And because I had that question about the E11 and another flashlight, also the LD25, when you have this tactical type momentary on push button, it does have a risk if you're putting it inside a pack with other things of possibly getting turned on and staying on when you don't want it to. There are some solutions to that. You can unscrew the head just a little bit so that it won't turn on, but then you have the risk of losing waterproofness in the head of the flashlight or the tail, depending on which light, and it also gives you the chance of losing that part also. But this LD15 is great. I think it'd be a great emergency light and just everyday carry flashlight because of its size. But as I said, it's definitely at a higher price point, at about $40, depending on where you buy it. That might be too much for someone to spend on just a flashlight, but I think it is still a decent value, not a great value, but it is a good value, and it's definitely something that you can take a look at if you're looking for an EDC type or emergency flashlight that has a simple operation, just 2 standard modes. You got your high and you got your low. Actually, my battery just ran out, but it does have a high and a low. The low is about, I think it's like 10 lumens. Let me look at the box here. It doesn't say the exact one, but I'll annotate it. You're going to get about 39 hours of use. Actually, it's 8 lumens. Your low is 8 lumens, and your maximum is 117. But anyways, take a look at the Fenix LD15. I'll go ahead and post some indoor and outdoor beam shots like always. So stay tuned for those if you like them. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at some indoor beam shots for the Fenix LD15. This is the high mode right here. Then we'll tap it down and go into the low mode. There's your low mode. Now the high mode was 117 lumens, the low is 8 lumens. And you're looking at about 20 feet in this hallway here. And just for comparison, I'll go ahead and put my Zebralight H31W on medium. And we'll compare that to the LD15 on high. There you go. You got the Fenix LD15 on top, the H31W on medium on the bottom. Now, honestly, this is an unfair comparison. The Zebralight on the right, LD15 on the left. I'm just kind of showing the tint differences. The Zebralight's obviously warmer, and it is brighter. I don't know what the exact lumen measurement is on the medium, but just wanted to show the tint differences. But again, this is your LD15 on high at 20 feet. Does really well. It has just a really great beam. Look at the spill out here on the side. Great spill to illuminate an entire area. And it also has good throw. So now let's look at some outdoor beam shots.